So our first question comes from Snapchat. Take a look.
So recently I've just been starting a bunch of new relationships and I get super excited. They're new and fun, but then I just kind of become repulsed really quickly. Is it the men or is it me?
All right, let's go to the expert, Dr. Ish.
This is very simple. The problem is you, right? You know, when it comes to picking,
You didn't have to go to psychiatry residency for that, did you?
right? When it comes, you all hear women say all the time, "Oh, I need to replant my picker." Well, some of these women, yes, you need to replant your picker. Some women need to burn the whole field because the process is off, right? And so the question is, what does the relationship mean to you? And also, what does it mean for you? Because obviously this is a defense mechanism. You're getting into it, and then the reality wakes up, oh my God, I don't really want to be with this person. But the thing running in the background is, maybe I'm not really ready. So we need to look at that part.
So you think it's sort of a self-sabotage in a
It's
way?
it's a defense mechanism, right? Because the problem can always be you. It's not me. You're just repulsive. It's not me. It's not that I'm not ready and that I have some insecurities, but no, it's on you. So it's a total defense mechanism.
You don't think that sometimes you can kind of pick the same wrong guy over and over? Because people do tend to gravitate towards the same. And sometimes you're like, girl, you just dated him, like it didn't.
Yes, but to the point of repulsion, no.
No.
They're just not, there's some bad guys in the dating pool, but there are not that many repulsive guys out there. I mean,
Okay. Do you think there's sort of a hormonal aspect to it for this particular woman who's so excited and infatuated and then sort of a crash that
now
maybe?
that's key, because when we meet that new person, we got the serotonin, we got the dopamine, we got all those hormones swirling around here, so it feels great. And then there's a crash and reality sets in. It's like, oh my God, here we go again. And so yeah, that's a big part of it.
And do men get this? I feel like men get this a lot.
Men get this a lot because we always want to turn the page without fixing the problem, right? And so we always want to look to the new thing or the next thing, but the thing that's consistent in every relationship is you.
So how do you fix it?
She fixes the problem by pulling herself out of the dating game for a while and really trying to figure out what it is I need and what it is I want from these relationships, and what does being in a long-term committed relationship mean for my life? Because there's a big consideration there. Do I need to move for this person? Am I ready for that? Are they going to be kids? Am I ready for that? What am I willing to sacrifice to get this thing that I call that I need love?
When do you know you should talk to someone professionally about intimacy issues?
You should talk to someone professionally about intimacy issues when the guy you're dating makes you want to throw up.
Wow.
The non-funny answer is when you feel like you're not getting what you need and what you want. When you show up and he always makes you feel less than, or you're feeling unfulfilled. You're in the relationship to be happy and to make this other person happy. And so if you're showing up and you're not happy, why are you doing it? Now it's time to talk to somebody.
Well, and initially we all have the fireworks and the bells and whistles and all that. I mean, hopefully it stays as long as possible and you can continue to rekindle that at times, because it's impossible to sustain it forever. But you have to work at it.
That's how you stay connected, really checking in and talking about, are you making sure you're getting what you need and what you want? Because the reason we keep showing up is because we think we can make each other happy. And so check in and make sure you're still doing that.
Yeah, and I think your point is really well taken. I don't want to belabor this, but the sustainability really goes back to what you're saying, because we're all going to be euphoric when we first start that relationship. And you hope to rekindle that over years, but you can't always sustain that. So the connection and the communication is so important over time.
It's unsustainable. If you take a brain scan of the chemicals going on when somebody's first falling in love, it looks exactly like somebody who's psychotic. Unsustainable.
Unsustainable.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, people ask me all the time, how am I with the same woman for 30 years? And a lot of it is that you just have to be reasonable and go with the flow, because things do change. And it's not going to be the same every day.
As they're supposed to. That's the natural progression of things,